Jim Fagan for NBA action. See you next week.
Not to go all the way now. We got everything we want.
In exchange for Rice, the Charlotte Hornets acquired guard Eddie Jones, an all-star the past 2 seasons, and center Eldon Campbell. They'll both try to revive the struggling Hornets.
It's going to take them some time to gel together, but I think give us a couple of weeks, I think we'll be rolling. I like our chances.
The New Jersey Nets acquired Minnesota's Stephon Marbury in a 3-way trade that included the Milwaukee Bucks. The last-place Nets will look to get a spark from Marbury, who's one of the league's best point guards.
Marbury the steal. Right at Spencer.
Oh, man! What a shot by Stephon Marbury!
As part of the deal, the Timberwolves receive point guard Terrell Brandon from Milwaukee. He now takes over as Minnesota's floor leader.
Brandon, the crossover there is his first 2.
As for the Milwaukee Bucks, they obtained 2 former Nets, forward Chris Gatling and point guard Sam Cassell.
Cassell with the spin move. Sam Cassell.
In a separate deal, Milwaukee acquired second-year forward Tim Thomas from Philadelphia. In exchange, the 76ers received power forward Tyrone Hill. Elsewhere, the Boston Celtics obtained Vitaly Potapenko from the Cleveland Cavaliers for a first-round draft pick and Andrew DeClercq.
Down inside to DeClercq, and he's got it.
And finally, the Vancouver Grizzlies traded shooting guard Sam Mack back to his former team, the Houston Rockets, in exchange for second-year swingman Roderick Rhodes.
And Rhodes hits just inside of the 3-point stripe.
Next, a milestone for the NBA's Iron Man. Last season, the Dallas Mavericks' AC Green broke the NBA record for consecutive games played. This week, AC extended the streak to 1,000, and he was honored before the Mavericks game against Vancouver. Next up, news about a coaching change in New Jersey. The Nets dismissed head coach John Calipari after a 3-17 start and replaced him with Don Casey, an assistant coach in New Jersey the past 3 seasons. And finally, the league announced its NBA Player of the Week. The honor goes to Miami Heat center Alonzo Mourning, who led the team to a 4-0 week. The league's leading shot blocker averaged 20 points and 10.5 rebounds in Miami's 4 victories. Now it's time for our viewer email. Andreas Stromstad from Nannenstad, Norway asks, when was the first game that Karl Malone and John Stockton of the Jazz played together? Utah's legendary duo first teamed up on October 25th, 1985. In his NBA debut, John Stockton had 11 points and 12 assists, but the Jazz lost to Akeem Olajuwon and the Houston Rockets.
Slam dunk and a beauty, Olajuwon, a tough drive down the middle.
Now we take you into the action in the Eastern Conference, starting with the leaders in the Central Division, the Indiana Pacers. As Indiana got set to face the New Jersey Nets, the Pacers were focused on their game plan.
It's up to us to come out and have the right approach and defensively try to take the game.
And Indiana would do just that, using their defense to jumpstart their offense. Pulling away in the second half, they defeated the Nets by 11.
Beautiful basketball by the Indiana Pacers.
2 nights later, Indiana would face Ray Allen and the Milwaukee Bucks in a battle for first place in the Central. And Reggie Miller led the Pacers with 22.
Fires falling away. Swish. Tough shot by Reggie.
And Reggie would get plenty of help from the Pacers reserves, who scored 48 points as Indiana snapped Milwaukee's 6-game winning streak.
They were 1 game behind us, and, it was important for us to try to move on up the ladder, and we came out and got the W, and that was the most important thing for us.
Next, Indiana hosted the Boston Celtics and their rookie sensation, Paul Pierce. The Pacers trailed by 10 points with less than 7 minutes left in the game, but staged a furious rally behind the shooting of Reggie Miller and center Rick Smits, who scored the go-ahead basket in the final minute.
Smits now at 28, and the Pacers up 2, 20 seconds left.
The Celtics looked to Antoine Walker to tie the game, but Indiana's defense responded.
Antoine Walker blocked by Antonio Davis.
With Boston down by 3, Dana Barros would have one last shot.
Barros for 3, missed it.
For the Pacers, it was their 4th straight win. The Indiana Pacers remain on top in the Central Division by 2.5 games over the Atlanta Hawks. The Milwaukee Bucks are close behind in 3rd place, while the Detroit Pistons are in 4th. The Cleveland Cavaliers are in 5th place, followed by the Toronto Raptors, the Charlotte Hornets, and the Chicago Bulls. Now we go back into the action, this time in the Atlantic Division, starting with a look at the sizzling Miami Heat. In a battle of big men, Alonzo Mourning and the Heat faced Dikembe Mutombo and the Hawks. And Zo would dominate at both ends, blocking 5 Atlanta shots.
Tonight by Zo, he blocked the dunk. Hardaway. Zo. You gotta love that man.
And Tim Hardaway added 21 points in Miami's win.
Hardaway for 3. Number 5 from downtown.
The next night, Miami hosted the Toronto Raptors and their talented rookie, Vince Carter. But Toronto was smothered by the tough Heat defense, which allowed just 8 points in the 3rd quarter. And once again, Alonzo Mourning was brilliant, scoring a game-high 23 points.
Zo blows by him. Zo got the bucket and the foul.
Defense was rock solid, and we got the job done.
Not even the newest net, Stephon Marbury, could cool off the Heat, who crushed New Jersey by 26.
He loves taking this kind of shot.
And he loves that outcome.
In Orlando, it was Anthony Penny Hardaway and the Magic against Allen Iverson and the 76ers in a tense Atlantic showdown. Down by 5 in the final minute, the Magic got a huge boost from Penny.
And it's saved by Penny. 3-point shot. He drilled it. There's a big shot. Penny Hardaway comes through and cuts the lead to 2.
Orlando then had a chance to take the lead, but they were turned away.
Here comes Orlando down 1. Austin there by Rutledge with 2 hands.
The Magic seemed headed for defeat, but in the final seconds, they pulled out a miraculous finish.
Stolen by Armstrong. Armstrong leads it. He beat the buzzer. Oh, yes. He beat the buzzer. To end this game. Do you believe it?
The Orlando Magic remain in 2nd place in the Atlantic Division, a game and a half behind the Miami Heat. The New York Knicks have pulled into 3rd place by 1 game over 4th place Philadelphia. The Washington Wizards are in 5th place, followed by the Boston Celtics and the New Jersey Nets.
If I was a window washer, an architect, a security guard, or a farmer, instead of a famous basketball player, would you care what I drink? Would Sprite not taste the same? Would I be doing this commercial? What do you think?
Doesn't get any bigger than this.
Hit the road, Grant.
I'm Rupert Murdoch, the billionaire tart.
You're Rupert Murdoch. Prove it.
It's a Super Simpsons with a super guest star. At the special time of 7 o'clock tonight, The Simpsons.
Let's see. Whoa. Right hand. Nah, let's switch it to the left. 2 hands. Nah. Dunk on him? Let's save it. Up. Here we go.
What do the world's greatest snowboarders drink? The same thing as the rest of us.
Paul has it all. Paul's Warehouse.
Paul's famous buy one get one free sale is back bigger and better than ever. Paul has teamed up with the guys at Cobra, Sydney's newest and most exciting stores, to offer you a free pair of sport shoes. That's right, a free pair of sport shoes. Simply buy a pair of shoes from a selected range and get another pair absolutely free. Buy a pair for yourself and get a free pair for your mate. Whatever. Sydney's biggest and best sport shoe sale is the Cobra and Paul's Warehouse buy one get one free sale, and it's on now. Campbelltown, Cogra, Homebush, Parramatta and the city.
Welcome back to NBA action. Now let's go back into the action in the Western Conference, beginning in the Midwest Division with the San Antonio Spurs. San Antonio was looking for their 5th straight victory as they hosted Penny Hardaway and the Orlando Magic. And the Spurs would get an early boost from the all-around play of Antonio Daniels.
Daniels will go in he had to go behind him but never used it.
And the Spurs went on to win this matchup of 2 of the league's top teams.
Elliott inside and dominates. Goes up with a Wilkins-type set down.
I know they've been playing great basketball. Watching them since the beginning of the season, they've been doing a good job, and this was a big one for us. We needed it.
2 nights later, the Spurs were in Phoenix for a matchup with Jason Kidd and the Suns. And once again, San Antonio would be ignited by their defense.
Ball pot for Elliott ahead to Avery Johnson. He's going to give it to Duncan.
But after trailing by 18 points, Phoenix staged a remarkable comeback and looked to tie the game in the closing moments.
I know, 5.4 seconds. And they're going to call a timeout. Kidd got it back, shot it, tipped up and in. We're tied at 97. Do you believe this?
But the Spurs had time for one last shot.
Elliott's going to have a good look here to win the game. Good! The Spurs win the game!
Oh, my goodness.
Sean Elliott saves the overtime and wins it in regulation.
Oh, my goodness!
The next night, the Spurs were back home against the Nuggets. But this time, the outcome was never in doubt as San Antonio cruised to their 7th straight win.
Now Tim Duncan takes it right in. And notice how Duncan changed his shot in midair.
Holding Denver to just 61 points, the Spurs won it by 31.
There's Tim Duncan as he goes in for the jam.
With a win over Sacramento, the Spurs' winning streak is now 8 games, and they're in 2nd place in the Midwest Division, behind the Utah Jazz. The Houston Rockets are in 3rd place, followed by the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Dallas Mavericks are in 5th place, the Denver Nuggets are in 6th, the Vancouver Grizzlies are in 7th. Now let's get you back into the action, this time in the Pacific Division, where the Los Angeles Lakers are on a roll. After winning their first 7 games under new coach Kurt Rambis, the Lakers stayed hot against the Clippers. Shaquille O'Neal had 31 points in the blowout win, and Kobe Bryant added to his highlight reel.
Here we go on another fast break, another 4-on-1. Kobe with it. Backhand off to Horry. Slam dunk with the left hand. Beautiful.
Glenn Rice made his Laker debut against the Golden State Warriors and scored a team-high 21 points in LA's 10th straight win.
Rice on the way, a long shot for 2.
In their next game against Sacramento, Shaq was a force once again, scoring 33 points. But LA's winning streak was in jeopardy as the Kings took a 4th quarter lead behind rookie Jason Williams.
This is from about 26. Oh, boy.
The Kings held on to beat the Lakers for the first time in 4 years.
He rips it with a right hand as he made a hard slice down the right side of the lane.
The LA Lakers remain in 2nd place in the Pacific Division, 1 game behind the Portland Trailblazers. The Seattle Sonics are in 3rd place, while the Phoenix Suns are in 4th. The Sacramento Kings are in 5th place, followed by the Golden State Warriors in 6th. The Los Angeles Clippers are in 7th. Time now for Hot Shots, where we highlight one of the best performances of the week. In a matchup of 2 of the NBA's best forwards, the Pistons' Grant Hill went head-to-head against the Celtics' Antoine Walker, and Hill rose to the challenge.
And here comes Grant, pushing it up, attacking the rack, switches it, and scores it. Grant to the baseline, to the rack, off the glass. He hasn't missed. He's 6 for 6.
Yeah, Grant Hill was on fire all night long. But he wasn't only burning the Celtics on offense, he was also coming up big at the defensive end.
Walker had great anticipation, but talk about anticipation. What a block by Grant. He threw that shot away. Get this out of here.
With Detroit trailing by 7 in the 4th quarter, Hill led them on a comeback as he scored 13 of his 33 points in the final period.
Mercer threw it away. Lindsay with a steal. Grant with a dynamite dunk. Ho-ho! Bringing the house down.
We knew Boston was going to, present some problems for us, and you just got to be mentally strong and play through it. And they're going to be all over the court, but we knew we wanted to get out and just play hard, and luckily we got the win.
In the Pistons' victory, Grant Hill just missed a triple-double. Along with his 33 points, he had 9 rebounds and 8 assists. Here's the league scoring leaders. Allen Iverson leads the way, followed by Shaquille O'Neal, Sharif Abdur-Rahim, Karl Malone, Gary Payton, and Grant Hill.
If I was a window washer, an architect, a security guard, or a farmer, instead of a famous basketball player, would you care what I drink? Would Sprite not taste the same? Would I be doing this commercial? What do you think?
8:30 tonight.
You're not any good.
I am good. You loved him in The Wedding Singer, Billy Madison and The Waterboy.
You boys are gonna pay for that.
Well, Adam Sandler is back in the network television first.
Hey, where you going with those clubs, punk?
Happy Gilmore.
Mr. Gilmore, I'm your caddy.
He's a hockey player who can't play hockey, so now he's going from the rinks to the links.
Happy learned how to putt.
And turning golf into a contact sport.
This man is destroying golf.
Adam Sandler is Happy Gilmore. Premieres 8:30 tonight on 10.
Tough night, mate.
Yeah, they're playing dirty out there.
Ugly, right?
Good luck, mate.
Solar crushes a legendary thirst.
Paul has it all. Paul's Warehouse.
Paul's famous buy one get one free sale is back bigger and better than ever. Paul has teamed up with the guys at Cobra, Sydney's newest and most exciting stores, to offer you a free pair of sport shoes. That's right, a free pair of sport shoes. Simply buy a pair of shoes from a selected range and get another pair absolutely free. Buy a pair for yourself and get a free pair for your mate. Whatever. Sydney's biggest and best sport shoe sale is the Cobra and Paul's Warehouse buy one get one free sale, and it's on now. Campbelltown, Cogra, Homebush, Parramatta and the city.
Weeknights on 10 will have you glued to the tube.
Ay, caramba.
There's Real TV.
We'll go to the same barber.
An old Aussie favourite.
Time to have some fun.
And a strange yellow family to amuse and entertain.
Cool.
6 o'clock, Judge Judy.
I don't answer your questions, madam. You answer my questions.
6:30, Neighbours.
This is going to blow you away.
And at 7.
It is Simpson Mobile.
You'd better not miss it.
Release the...
From 6 o'clock weeknights on 10.
Welcome back to NBA action. Now we enter another basketball dimension and check out some of the week's best plays in the highlight zone. In the zone, players can go a little crazy, and so can the shot clock. But we know you're ready to take this week's journey with us. So let's get started with some wild shots.
Well, here's a highlight film for this week in the NBA.
Mo Taylor. Oh, my!
Cherokee Parks with a long jumper off the top of the backboard and in. That's one of the best shooter's rolls you'll ever see.
Don't ever give up on the shot. Bounce, bounce, bounce. The golf gods were good for Jason.
The basket. That go in the basket. He threw that in. That's a three-point basket.
Yeah, you see some strange things in the zone. Yeah, it's enough to make you want to get up and dance. So let's keep it going by heading into this week's NBA Block Party.
Blocked by Maurice Taylor. Bradley Fleming, and he knocked it out of the air. Kevin Garnett swatted it into next week.
Nothing surprise to it, Steve. They love this stuff.
Of course, teamwork's always the key to success. So let's check out some of the week's best passes.
Harper dribbling the ball, whips it in low to Shaq, bounce down the middle of the night. That's a great play, and Knight scores.
It's a very nice pass by Steve Nash.
Iverson, the strip. Wesley has him lined up. Lead for Hughes, who slams for two.
Hands the nice touch to Walker.
Nice. But if you want something that really makes you flip, we'll leave the zone with some of the week's most dazzling dunks.
Oh, Duncan. Duncan! What a great step.
Oh, McDyess.
Oh, he just hammered that baby down.
Now, an historic accomplishment for one of the NBA's true legends. In overtime, the Houston Rockets' Charles Barkley is among the best players of all time. And one key to his greatness is his incredible versatility.
Barkley will work on Leitner. Lay gets inside, reversal two. Oh boy, look at that move by Charles.
In and out, no, the putback jam by Barkley.
They're going to go down to Barkley. Barkley holding off Robert Horry. Barkley puts it up. Oh! Charles Barkley!
Recently, Charles became just the third player in NBA history to reach at least 20,000 points, 10,000 rebounds, and 4,000 assists. The other two are Wilt Chamberlain and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Charles Barkley is the individual that goes inside. He's a great rebounder. He can post up. He passes the ball.
What a pass by Charles Barkley.
I'm a great rebounder. I'm a good scorer. And I really hate to lose.
On to Walker. Walker blocked by Barkley off the head of Walker. What a defensive play by Charles.
I don't really care about winning. I just hate to lose.
Sir Charles has had that competitive drive ever since he was a rookie star with the Sixers back in 1984.
Here goes Barkley. He's going right to the hoop. What a play by Barkley.
A sensational play by Barkley.
And as a Phoenix Sun, Barkley's versatility would make an impression on some of today's young stars.
Barkley, he's everywhere.
I love watching Barkley and just watching his game and his attitude growing up. I just loved it and I really thought I could relate to it.
You didn't really want to disappoint him because you knew that he wanted to win that game, and to be a part of his team just made you want to win even more.
Charles Barkley's mastered every phase of the game. Despite being small for a power forward, he's an outstanding rebounder and has become one of the league's greatest all-around players.
All right, let me tell you what Charles is doing. He's doing it all.
We're just getting started on Sunday Sport. Coming up, extreme action from New Zealand on Total Sport. Next on 10.
We really saved a lot on our home and contents
centers. Is holding court.
At forward, 6'8" from Xavier, number 44, Brian Grant.
Brian Grant is just a menace on the board.
I don't care if it's another guy in a black jersey. He's going to rip it right out of their hands.
He's made a commitment to get every ball that goes up.
Who's going to get it? Brian Grant, that's who.
Brian Grant has always worked hard, but this year he's also improved his game, and he's a big reason for Portland's great start.
Grant, another rebound, up strong, and scores. Boy, he has just been a monster inside.
Everybody's got this hunger and desire to win, and I think when you have that, you're able to put selfish things aside and do what you got to do to help the team.
And Brian's helped his team by focusing on rebounding.
Look at the hustle by Brian Grant. That's where it gets you some wins right there.
Brian is our workhorse. Brian keeps us in a lot of games because of the little things that you really don't count on stat sheets.
Even as a rookie with the Sacramento Kings, Grant was known for his aggressive style.
Look at Brian Grant. He's got the bucket.
I've played with Brian Grant his first 2 seasons with Sacramento Kings. You know, he's always had that determination. He's always had that mean streak in him, that fight.
Brian Grant battles, gets it, back up. He's fouled. He scores.
After being sidelined by shoulder surgery in 1997, Brian signed with Portland, only to be injured once again last season. But now, he's put those problems behind him.
He's come back this year in good health, and it's allowed him to play the way he's always played, but just in bigger doses of it, and that's what's made him so outstanding.
BG's coming through big for us. You know, he's snatching rebounds left and right.
Look at Grant fighting. There is big-time hustle again.
If there was going to be a rebound off the shot, Brian Grant was going to be the guy who gets it.
Sometimes when the ball goes up and it just seems like it's impossible, like there's no way he's going to get that rebound. There's 2 or 3 guys around you, just positioning your body right, hitting them at the right time.
And Grant with a strong rebound. Brian Grant.
I mean, that's just a all-out, mental rush for me.
And Brian Grant's commitment to hard work has inspired the Trailblazers.
He's our blue collar, he's our work ethic, he's our energizer.
The hardest working man in basketball.
10, 9,
All right, now it's time for the top 10 plays of the week in our courtside countdown. Starting us off at number 10, it's the Pistons' Jerome Williams.
Lindsay coast to coast. Bullet pass to Williams. Lays it up and in on the reverse.
Long arms and hang time. Paid off that time for the junkyard.
At number 9, it's the Kings' Jason Williams.
Look out. Passed it to himself. Laid it in. Even the Warrior fans are going crazy on that move.
Coming in at number 8, it's the Lakers' Kobe Bryant to Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaq slam dunk. Kobe putting on a show. That was pretty.
Coming in at number 7, here's Michael Finley of the Dallas Mavericks.
Finley steps back to the hoop. A circus shot goes in, and he draws the foul.
That's a heck of a make there.
In at number 6, it's Chauncey Billups of the Denver Nuggets.
Leave it for McDyess. Great feed from Chauncey. McDyess running the floor all the way.
At 5, it's the Cavaliers' Cedric Henderson.
Three is good. Yeah, count it. The three at the buzzer is good. From past half court. Off the glass. Count it.
In at number 4, here once again is Sacramento rookie Jason Williams.
Another ooh and an ah and a how about that?
At number 3, it's Scottie Pippen of the Houston Rockets.
Pippen fouled.
Scottie Pippen. What an unbelievable shot. And he'll try to make a three-point play out of it.
Checking in at number 2, it's Denver Nuggets rookie Keon Clark.
Oh, man. Are you kidding me? You better check the screws on the rim. Keon Clark threw it back where it belonged.
And with the number 1 play of the week, it's Raptors rookie Vince Carter.
Elevates and throws it down. My goodness.
Vince Carter trying to make an impact with a slam dunk right over top of Dikembe Mutombo.
That's our show for today. Remember, you can send us your emails at the league's official website. Came out strong early in the contest, led by Nick Anderson. He buried this three-pointer over Akeem Olajuwon. Anderson then drove the lane, getting his own rebound, and then putting it in for 2 more points. Anthony Penny Hardaway had the move